coffee cups for the bride and groom.
Yeah.
Sure. Official photographer.
Hello.
And I'm the fake photographer. Shooting each other.
No. It's the only one that's marked.
Do you want to sit next to them?
Sure.
On the other side?
We're mixing.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Rochelle.
No, Rochelle. Rochelle, not Rochelle.
His sister. So. I think so. Just make sure we fill the front row last. Okay. So get in. Okay. So I have got Greg,
Would you all please rise? gather today to witness and to celebrate a sacred moment, I invite you all to pause and take a few quiet breaths, and in your own way, open your hearts and help to create a space of love and appreciation and respect. And you must stay alert lest you miss some of the magic of this day. Who presents this woman for marriage?
Her family with love.
Thank you. You may be seated, all of you. Barbara Ann and Eric, the day has finally arrived. We're all here to celebrate your love and to support you in this next step of commitment. The poet named Rumi wrote, "The minute I heard my first love story, I started looking for you not knowing how blind that was." Because lovers don't finally meet somewhere, they're in each other all along. Today, as a community, we affirm that recognition. The two of you have much to be thankful for, and you wanted me to start by thanking the family, and I'm going to do that at this time. Barbara Ann and Eric, you come with a desire to publicly announce the combining of your two separate lives into one, each bringing with you years of love and support from your families. You wish to thank them for all they've given you over the years. Barbara Ann, you shared that your parents have devoted their lives to you, and your brothers, Joe and Jim. They are your constant support, and you are infinitely grateful for them for always, always being there, no matter what. You remember with affection when you and Eric got engaged, you celebrated dinner at the Caprice, the same Tiburon restaurant that your parents dined at 30 years ago. And never forgot. And how amazing that you and Eric live just a mile away from it. You appreciate the fact that your mom is a really gifted artist, and you're so grateful for her talent. You've said that your mom, Barbara, gives you the best hugs in the whole world. When she wraps her arms around you, you say you feel enfolded in love. Just like when her mother, your late grandmother, used to hug you. You'll never forget taking your mom to the David Bowie concert. The first rock concert she'd ever experienced. We're so grateful for your mom. And you describe your dad, Joe Sr., as the hardest worker and most driven person you've ever known. He always encouraged you to do your best and would help you believe you can do and be anything that you want. You say when you were young, you were Daddy's little girl, and you idolized him, and he always knew how to have a good time. He would take your mom into New York to the discos and he would take the family on vacation down to the Jersey Shore every summer. He welcomed all the parties that you had at your house, even dancing on the tables at Tokyo Dell's sushi restaurant in Los Angeles just a few years ago. You say that your dad does everything with a vengeance. You were the youngest sibling in your family. Your two older brothers, Joe and Jim, are so special to you. You're infinitely grateful for their unwavering support. No matter what you are going through, they're there. Barbara Ann, you have been so blessed by your family. And Eric, although your parents are no longer alive, you feel their presence here today. And we have the places and their pictures here to remember them. You shared that mostly everyone on your side knows what a crazy driver that your mom was. In fact, you told me one time on the way to your Uncle Howard's house in Surf City, she and Karen, her sister-in-law, were gabbing away and didn't realize that your mom had started to pass the car but never actually finished passing it. And when she came to a traffic light, she wanted to know why the traffic was facing them. It was then she realized that she was in the opposite lane. Between the time that your dad passed away and before your mother remarried, she was raising a family, working full-time, and going to school at night at Rutgers. She got her degree and graduated with straight A's. And during that time, you can remember your brother and you waiting all night, it seemed, for her to come home, and you look out the front window, waiting for her car to come down the street. And when she walked in the door, you say you would literally mob her. Your mom was a survivor. She overcame a lot of obstacles, and she is your hero. You were really young when your dad, James, died, and one thing you do remember is that when your dad was alive, you used to have the best summer parties in Marlton. And it usually was on his birthday, July 4th. He usually was the life of the party, and after he passed away, it seemed the parties stopped. Your dad certainly didn't let his diabetes get in the way of having a drink. He usually drank beer, from what you remember. He used to take you and your brother Jimmy to a bar called Walshy's. The thing that you remember the most was how everyone knew each other, kind of like Cheers. You shared also that your Uncle Howard, your mother's brother, has had a presence in your life from as long as you can remember. He has 4 sons. His first son was born with a disability and died as a child, and you would see your other 3 cousins a few times a year during the holidays. The thing that you remember most about Wodak, is it Wodaks?
Wodaks,
yeah. Okay, was that they have a great vacation house in Surf City, and you would visit every summer at least once or twice. Your cousins and you would play sports and hang out and do whatever kids do. The thing that brought you close to your Uncle Howard was when your mother became sick. He was there the entire time. Hospitals, doctor's appointments, therapy, anything, you name it. He was there. A year after your mother died, your Aunt Izzy died suddenly, and now you're so happy that he's found Sarah to share this part of his life. I know it would make your mom so happy having all of you here together today. Your siblings, Jimmy and Mark and Michelle, are here, and you appreciate the big effort that they've made to come and share in this wedding. Eric, you too have been blessed by your family. All these people have instilled within you the love and support of family and the joy of living life fully. Most people don't know they're angels whose only job is to make sure you don't get too comfortable and fall asleep and miss your life. And between the 2 of you from Marlton and New York and Los Angeles and Norristown and Chicago and Philadelphia and San Francisco to your place in Tiburon, you have kept those angels busy. So I'm going to ask you to step back here. We've come together to witness the marriage, to surround them with our warm wishes, and to wish them much joy. Marriage is both a ritual and a celebration. It's no accident that Barbara Ann and Eric have chosen this house on the lagoon. You all are no doubt aware of their reverence for nature and their desire to be environmentally responsible. They have worked hard to create an intimate gathering with opportunities to celebrate all that is good and beautiful and life-enhancing. I know that they deeply appreciate the fact that many of you have traveled great distances to be here with them. Well, no one, I think, can accuse them of rushing into this marriage. Actually, many of you may have wondered if this day, like the flowers all around us, this wedding date reflects a time when love has blossomed. It's a time to honor that love and to celebrate the future possibilities and opportunities and intentions of the heart. You two know that I had you do homework as we prepared for this, and I asked them to write me about each other. And I want to read this, and then they'll be hearing it for the first time too. So I'll start with you, Barbara Ann. Erica shared that he first met you in January of 1997 through Friends of Friends in Los Angeles. It was a difficult time for him, and you offered a listening ear and a place that he could feel heard and understood. He says that he also took note of your sense of humor and the way that you knew what you wanted. You two began dating and had an interesting courtship with a romantic vacation to St. Martin that sealed the deal. He describes you as independent, philanthropic, supportive, progressive, and open-minded. He respects your volunteer work, your environmental activism, and the way that you communicate. He says that you both love to sit around and do nothing. You both love animals, especially Cleopatra, your cat. You both like to take vacations in warm, sunny places. Eric knows there are differences between you two. He admits that he's more uptight, while you don't sweat the details. He is more concerned about pleasing other people, while he says you're more concerned with taking care of yourself. And then, I know, he'll pay later. And then he says there's politics. Eric says that you have opened his eyes to things he never would have seen. Be grateful for all the values that you two share. And Eric, Barbara Ann also remembers meeting you in Los Angeles and thinking that you were really, really funny. She remembers being drawn to your, quote, adorable boyish smile and dimples and your good sense of humor, unquote. She was happy when you two got together back in Philadelphia. Barbara Ann describes you as loyal, generous, trustworthy, reliable, and funny. She respects your qualities of responsibility and sensitivity and your loving nature. She still laughs over how your proposals, that's plural, a year after meeting, there was that first funny proposal in the kitchen, catching her off guard with curlers in her hair. Followed by the official proposal at the top of Mount Tan with a ring. Barbara Ann agrees that you are quite compatible. She says that you both are fun-loving, easygoing, and like to take naps. She says that you both love animals, family and friends are most important to you both. As to differences, Barbara Ann points out that you're more fiscally responsible. Well, she says she's trying to learn this skill. You're shy and introverted, while she tends to be more outgoing and talkative. You're a jock, she says, while again, she's trying to get into golf and hockey and the Eagles. Barbara Ann's promising to be patient when you don't pick up after yourself. She says she really does appreciate the fact that you pay for a housekeeper. Good marriages mean wise negotiations. So here you are, and you have decided to take the leap of faith that we call marriage. And I want to quote Madeline L'Engle, who said, ultimately there comes a moment when a decision must be made. Ultimately, two people who love each other must ask themselves how much they hope for as their love grows and deepens, and how much risk they're willing to take. It is indeed a fearful gamble because it's the nature of love to create, and a marriage itself is something that has to be created so that together you're becoming a new creature. If we commit ourselves to one person for life, this is not, as many people think, a rejection of freedom. Rather, it demands the courage to move into all the risks of freedom and the risk of love, which is permanent, into that love which is not possession but participation. And it takes a lifetime to learn another person. When love is not possession but participation, then it is part of that co-creation that we call the human calling. At this point, I know that your friend Maggie and Jeremy have agreed to offer a song as a gift, and they know that it is special to you because you two danced to it together in Eric's empty house in New Jersey the day that you drove off to California together. which was Elvis's birthday. January 8th, 1999. Blue Moon Revisited.